Good Monday morning and happy 4th of July, everybody. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods. Guys, are you checking this out? Ladies, are you checking it out? Kiddies, are you checking it out? 66 days, 10 hours, 12 minutes, and 10 seconds away from kickoff of the 2022 season. Wait, there's more, because you subscribed right now. We're only 29 days away from the Hall of Fame game. We talking about practice games, not real games. We talking about practice games. It's close. We are almost there. We are about to cross the finish line in the off season being off. Now, before I get to everything in here, because of course, you know, everybody's got the list and stuff out there about who's going to be great, who's going to be trash, who did enough, who should be traded, you know, who's the best play caller, defensive caller, and you know, all the stuff that we get right now. It's garbage. But I tell you what we have to talk about is Micah Parsons. Now, I've said, I don't know why somebody has not done it yet. They need to revive the Bo Knows commercials. Bo Jackson, you know, Bo knows everything. You know, Bo Jackson was, you know, playing baseball, was playing football, soccer. He was in a race car, damn it. That is Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons out here breaking ankles. Take a look at this. Playing basketball. We're playing basketball. Oops, sorry. We love our basketball. Look at it. Look at it. He's got moves for days.
Oh, my God.
Look,
Oh,
did you see
my
that?
God.
Taking it to the hole. Ooh. Let's watch it again. Micah Parsons. Look at it. Dude thinks, hey, I got him. I got it. Look, I got it. Look, he down low. I got him. Like,
Oh, my
he
God.
left his ass
Oh, my
flat-footed.
God.
Flat-footed. Seriously. That's my, look. I'm telling you. Boom. Look, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, my God. Oh, my.
Yes. Now, I'm going to tell you. Again, you know, it's story times, kiddies. That reminds me of somebody, okay? I'm sorry. Micah Parsons, it doesn't matter what he is doing. He is going to do it 100%, and he is going to do it to win. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He is a competitor. He's a gym rat. He is an athlete. It is do or die at all expense. And see, that was Charles Haley. I can tell you that was Charles Haley because I know Charles Haley from back in the day at JMU before he became Mr. 5-time Super Bowl winning Charles Haley, before he became Mr. Hall of Famer. Back in the day, it didn't matter if it was practice. You better be strapped up. He's coming for you. It could be pool, because if you're shooting a game of pool, it's cutthroat. He's going to beat your ass, or you're going to be pissed off that he didn't. It could be spades. I'm going to tell you right now. Shit. Whew, you better not cut his ass, because he might literally cut yours. But that is the drive to win. I don't know that everybody has that drive to win. Everybody likes to win. Everybody likes to win. But will you sacrifice, and do you have the mentality of, I will not lose? That's the difference. There's some guys that get out there and say, you know, I'm just good at football. I'm just here, you know, getting my check. I don't care who I play for. I just want to get paid. Micah Parsons is almost a throwback as a competitor, because see, back in the day, it wasn't about the money because you didn't make nothing. Back in the day, you had to have a job in the off season because football Basically, it was like a part-time job. It was like working at McDonald's. You couldn't feed your family off of playing football. You had to love to play football. And see, that is Micah Parsons, that he is chomping at the bit. You know, when he's been in practice, they have to tell him, tone it down a little bit. Tone it down a little bit. You can't tackle people. It's against NFLPA rules. Don't break our guys up. You have to love that. You do. So as we get through here, you know, the last 3 weeks, slightly more than 3 weeks, today's the 4th. They go to camp on the 25th. They actually get on the field on the 26th. As we get ready for camp, you know, we've heard all of the Eagles, the love for the Eagles, you know, that the Eagles, you know, we got my man Philly 500, who will be doing a live stream on Wednesday night with Philly and Cop Pizzle and Rio and stuff together, has been basically saying that the Eagles are coming for our meats. I've got, you know, Eagles fans that have just been trolling me like crazy. A few Washington ones, but mostly Eagle ones. I got ones that have been like haunting me, you know, with the name Jordan Davis. I literally have a Jordan Davis coming in here saying, I'm coming for your meats. But it's cool. It's cool. Because I still believe that the Eagles got better. But the Eagles had a long way to go to capture up to the Cowboys. And there's so many things that I know we didn't bring in a lot of new players, and I would have liked to. Don't get me wrong. I would have liked for the Cowboys to sign a couple of guys to help get them over the top. Some experience, some, you know, when you think of a Bobby Wagner, a guy who's got experience, who can pass on knowledge to others, but also is a guy who can still play football, that helps your talent. You know, I think the Cowboys have always been good, just not enough to be great. I would love to have seen them bring in some other people. But I will say that from a defensive standpoint, where we did everything with smoke and mirrors on a defense with a bunch of guys that we brought from all over the place, we scrapped our defense and brought in a lot of new faces and ended up being pretty good. We weren't great against the run. That was our Achilles heel. But bringing those guys back, I think, is going to be better because now they know the system. Because ultimately, one guy making a mistake, one guy getting a penalty, one guy having a blown assignment can cost you a touchdown or keep a drive going. We had that with Randy Gregory a couple times. Penalty at the wrong time, helping an offense continue to go. On the offensive line, you know, penalty here, a penalty there. Instead of it being first down and momentum way down the field, now it's 1st and 20. Backed up. Those are things that kill you. And in the NFL, where the difference between winning and losing is this much, penalties can be that much. I believe the team's going to be at least as good, if not better. We're going to have some problems to start the season, you know, with Michael Gallup being gone. But I think just having Dak Prescott able to work out this offseason, seeing him shredded, seeing him being able to focus on getting the ball down the field right now, as opposed to getting my ankle reattached, I think is going to make him that much better. I just do. I'm not ready to say that Zeke Elliott's done. Everybody has their opinion, and I honestly believe that ESPN and all the talking shows, it's about the money. It's really about the money, and they set a narrative. You can go from show to show to show to show to show and basically get the same attitude on everything. Dallas Cowboys, whether you like it or not, makes money for everybody. Talking about the Jets doesn't. But let's go to ESPN and hear at least what their forecast is for the NFC East this year.
Jeremy Fowler buying the Chiefs. Okay, Booger, will the NFC East have a new division winner for the 19th straight year?
No, I think the Cowboys are going to win it. And people are going to continue to say, yeah, but they're not the best team in that division. I think they are. I think they got the best quarterback in that division in Dak Prescott. For some reason, everybody on ESPN seems to be down on Dak. Not really sure why. I think Dak is going to have an outstanding year. And even though they're going to do it a little bit differently, I think the Cowboys win the NFC East this year.
Okay, well, I'll tell you, the Eagles are hoping to prove you wrong. They're hoping to continue that streak by winning the division. And guys, check this out. Recently, Philly running back Miles Sanders told CBS Sports this. Oh, man, we feel like we're on an all-star team. We feel unstoppable. I'm not going to lie.
We feel.
Look, guys, as the eternal Philly pessimist, I'm going to say it feels like a lie. But let me step out of it. Booger, are the Eagles unstoppable?
Well, listen, hopefully he's seen the clip when Vince Young said dream team. Remember that? Like we've seen that before. And how did that work out for the Eagles? They're going to be really, really good. The offensive line is going to be outstanding. A lot of this is going to hinge on Jalen Hurts. But as far as the Eagles being unstoppable, listen, it's the end of June. It's almost 4th of July weekend. Everybody feels good right now. Jacksonville feels like they're unstoppable. So yeah, I'm going to allow him to feel that way because if he doesn't, who will? Well, let's be realistic. I don't even know if they're the best team in their division, let alone unstoppable.
Yeah, and you know what? Can we put up that Vince Young clip? Let's put up that if we can, because that's just hilarious when you refer to that. But I have to say, I appreciate the optimism, especially in a town like Philly from Miles Sanders. I kid when I say it feels like a lie. I love his attitude. But, Jeremy, what are you hearing around the league about the expectations for this team?
Well, Ryan, I just talked to a few people around the league who said, look, the Eagles could win that division. They're talented enough to do it. They built pretty good roster strength, but they're going to pump the brakes a little bit on being an all-star team. If we're talking, best rosters in the NFL, like the Rams or the Bills, not quite there. But if they can win the division, certainly have enough to get it done. They just need a few more pieces, but this is a team that's built for now and the future. Whether Jalen Hurts is the long-term answer or not, they have flexibility with multiple first-round picks next year and a really good roster top to bottom.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And so, Booger, we talk about an all-star team. How much pressure does that put on Jalen Hurts to be an all-star player?
Well, there's a ton of pressure on him because, before you can be a dream team or an all-star team, you first have to have a team that's solidified now and going forward. And we don't know what Jalen Hurts is going to be. He got a lot better last year. I'll give him credit. But he still needs to continue improving as a passer. We know what he is as a runner. He is outstanding. He is dynamic. He is make you miss, run over you in the open field. But in this league, I don't care who you are, whether it's Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, you have to throw the football consistently from the pocket in order for your team to win and win at a high level. And he's still got to prove that he can do that.
All right. That's interesting. Now, for those who are, Eagle fans, okay, Eagle fans that are going crazy and writing all these checks that you're going to have to cash at some point. You may be that team. You may be the all-star team. But I just say, let's just kind of slow down a little bit and see what's what. I'm not out here pounding my chest saying the Cowboys are going to win the division. We're going to be great. We're going to be – you know what? I'm going to let the dust start settling before I get that far. And you might want to do that some yourself because I remember how people last year were cackling about the Washington Commanders.
The Washington football team here for a moment. And let's bring the group in, if I can, Allie, because I want to present this to everyone. And if you listen to my radio show, then you have heard me say multiple times, some team in the NFL is going to sign a quarterback who was much better than anybody realizes. Over the last 3 years, Ryan Fitzpatrick has a higher completion percentage than Tom Brady, more yards per attempt than Russell Wilson, and a higher QBR than Deshaun Watson. He hasn't been the same Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic, Fitztragic that he has been through so much of his career. And you put him together with that defense, Ryan Clark, I'm looking right at you. The Washington football team is definitively the team to beat in the NFC East. No ifs, ands, or buts. What do you do? Change my mind if you want to.
These are lies you tell, Greeny. Listen, when you look at this team and you look at Ryan Fitzpatrick, I think we fall in love with him so much because we just enjoy watching him play. And he plays extremely hard. He was on a team that we thought was tanking for Tua, and he actually made them competitive. He starts 4-3 last year, but it's still Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's still a guy who doesn't win playoff games. It's still a guy who doesn't have overall winning seasons on a consistent basis. And so I don't necessarily think this puts them above the Dallas Cowboys, who now have a new defense with Dan Quinn, who will now be better on the back end. They're putting their outside rushers in a better position to succeed. And they signed Dak Prescott back with a load of talent on the offensive side of the football. And so we had our call. It was 5 a.m. my time. And when I knew you were going to make this take, I then had to go into my closet and pick my wardrobe. And now, do I have on Lululemon joggers? Absolutely. But this is my Dallas Cowboy V-neck sweater because the Dallas Cowboys will be the front runner for the NFC East next year.
Booger, tell him why he's wrong.
Well, first of all, thank you for dropping the Lululemon. People that know about Lululemon know they only go to a certain size. Therefore, I've never shopped in the Lululemon store. So thank you for making that reference, RC. Next, listen, Greeny, you and I are sharing a brain. I think the Washington football team is the best team in the East, and let's break it down. Philadelphia, they stink. Okay, that's number one. Throw them out. The New York Giants, you're going to tell me that a team that's void of weapons offensively. Exactly. A team that's void of weapons offensively. Your star running back is coming off an ACL. Daniel Jones turns the football over almost as much as Jameis Winston did. We know how that ended. I can't talk about the Giants. Now, RC, you bring up the Dallas Cowboys. You say the Cowboys' defense is better. Just because you changed the guy calling the plays doesn't mean the players on the field are automatically going to change. That defense was terrible. Oh, by the way, they signed Dak Prescott back. Great. Guess what? They were 1-3 last year when Dak Prescott was healthy. So if you look at Fitzpatrick joining the Washington football team, I've said this before and I'll say it again. They got the best coach in the division in Ron Rivera. They got the best defense in the division led by that front four. And now you bring in Fitzmagic, baby. Yeah, he going to lose you a couple games, but he's going to win you some based on his style of play. Greeny, you and I, as always, we are sharing a brain like we do a whole 18 when we get ready to share a transfusion in the clubhouse, baby.
That's it. That's exactly right. You get 2 extra shots next time we play together because I'm so happy with that take.
I don't need
David Pollack, that's a good point. David Pollack, what do you think?
Y'all are on crack.
Well, I guess I get to break the tie.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Break up the love fest, maybe. But here's the thing. You said, Greeny, clearly better than everybody else, or clearly the favorite. That I do not agree with. I think when you look at Dallas, they're going to score points. They're going to keep them in games with all the weapons. The offensive line can stay healthy, and I agree with the defense is going to be a struggle. But if Washington can address a few more needs in free agency, right now I'm not ready to jump on board and say clearly. If they can get help, their front four is ridiculous. If they can get some more speed at linebacker and they can get another corner or a safety, something to help the secondary, maybe another weapon on offense to go with Fitzpatrick, we'll start having that debate. But clearly, no, it's not clearly. I think it's them in Dallas, and I think you could pick either one.
Never ever in the history of Ryan Fitzpatrick playing football has anyone ever said to themselves, we are a Fitzmagic away from being the best team in the division. Never ever, and it ain't gonna start this year.
I don't mind the disagreement because...
Okay, never ever. And boy, was Ryan Clark right on that one. Now, so Booger McFarland is now on the Dallas Cowboys bandwagon this year. All I got to say is there's a reason why we play the games. There's a reason why we play the games because it's unpredictable. Nobody saw the Cincinnati Bengals coming off of 2 6-10 seasons going to the Super Bowl. Nobody does. And, of course, everybody thought that Washington, with that defense that they had, that they were going to come back and be world beaters. And they end up with the same amount of wins they had the year before, 7. So we'll see what happens during the season. But Eagles fans, hey, I love you. I love you guys. Keep bringing it. And as always, you know how we roll. And please, don't blow your hand off.
Our coach here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the show.